Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Beast Bailey channel. Got the wild hair day going on. It's been about 5 days since I made a video. Last video I made was the Orange Bowl victory video, talking about that a little bit. Some news that's come out today, the point of this video by the title, is Calleb Williams has hit the transfer portal. And is projected to land at Georgia. Is that right? Is that correct? Is that right? Georgia? Calleb Williams? Look, I'm all for that, truthfully. I am. I mean, it's cool to have quarterbacks racking them up, you know. It's cool to have that. But at the end of the day, though, last time I checked, and let me double check, only one quarterback plays, Kirby. So, Oklahoma, Calleb Williams, might be headed to Georgia. First thought when I heard this was, why? Number one, why? Number two, he'll never see the field. And number three, his career's over if he comes to Georgia. Then you might say his career might not be over. Yes, it is over. Carson Beck's playing career ruined coming to Georgia. JT Daniels and Carson Beck are both transferring out. Now they can maybe salvage their college careers. JT Daniels he started in 7 games for Georgia. 7. He is 7-0 as a starter. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think they went 7-5 at USC when he was there that freshman year. Then he got hurt his sophomore year, I think, something like that. So, he's 7-0 as a starter at Georgia. So, I don't know. Now, like I said, Carson Beck's gone. I think he's transferring no matter what. A lot of people think that depending on what Stetson does, if Stetson says he's coming back, JT's probably going to leave. If Stetson leaves, like if he were to leave for the draft or whatever, I think JT would stay. Now, I had that mentality for a while, but I think JT's gone no matter what. I think JT and the University of Georgia, the two parties are no longer in sync with one another. And I think JT is done at Georgia. I think he's ready to move on. Hopefully he goes back to the Pac-12 where hopefully we'll never see him. Because I really don't want to play him because he might light us up on the defense. So, man's got a cannon. So hopefully he goes somewhere in the Pac-12. He might go back home. He's not going to USC, I can tell you that. He might. I don't know. But this whole talk of Calleb Williams coming in, I just don't know about that. Like I said, it'd be cool to have him because, you never know. We could have a season where 3 quarterbacks get hurt, and you would need that depth. And, Georgia would have the deepest QB room in America because we would have 5 stars stacked up on the bench. And, everybody's still knocking Stetson Bennett because he's a walk-on. He was a walk-on. Let's not forget, Baker Mayfield was a walk-on too. Now compare Baker to Stetson. I don't know the stat comparison. I know it's not close. Passing-wise, I know it's not. But I don't know. 4-star Carson Beck on the bench, 5-star JT Daniels on the bench, 5-star Brock Vandagriff on the bench, 5-star Gunnar Stockman coming in next year. And believe it or not, there's projections that 5-star Arch Manning is coming to Georgia the next year. And 5-star Calleb Williams coming? We don't need all these 5-star QBs. We don't. We don't. But the memo is, if they come here, then they don't play for somebody else. No. I look at it as these kids don't need to be ruining their careers. Arch Manning does not need to come to Georgia. And Caleb Williams don't either. Like I said, Carson Beck's gone, JT's gone, so that leaves Brock Vandagriff, Gunnar Stockman, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with just them two. I'm cool. I really would love to see the headline, Carson Beck and JT transfer, Stetson's head to the draft. That's the headline I want to see. And you might say, well, you've been knocking Stetson all year, and you want JT to start. Yes, I want JT to start. But JT is injury prone, so I'd rather have a quarterback battle and going into the spring, and they battle it out in the spring, and both quarterbacks get first team reps. Either be Brock and Gunnar, it'd be the two, and if Caleb Williams comes, it could be a three-way battle for a starting job. I just want to see one of them. I want to see either Brock or Gunnar be the starter for the whole season. That's all I want. I want a consistent QB play every week. I don't want this QB hokey pokey, injury prone here and there, constant QB controversies. I don't want to deal with that next year. I don't. And so I need to see Carson and JT transfer, Stetson headed to the draft, the combine, and I need to see a Gunnar, Brock, and if Caleb comes, a Caleb three-way discussion for starter. That's what I'm going to need. I cannot deal with another season next year if Stetson's still here and it's Stetson and, Brock, Stetson and Gunnar. 'Cause look, if Stetson comes back, who do you think's really going to start next year? Stetson. He will start all next year. Because if Stetson wins the national championship in 5 days, Stetson Bennett, if he wins the national championship in 5 days, who do you think's going to start next year if he stays? Stetson Bennett. Brock Vandagriff will not start at all. And Gunnar's not. If Caleb comes, he ain't. Arch Manning. We can't be bothered by that, can we? Look, I'm not trying to knock Stetson, but this is just a fact and the mindset of you people that need to understand. If Stetson Bennett wins a natty and stays for his final year due to COVID, and that's the only reason he has another year is because of COVID. And so if he stays, he's got no reason to leave. And I kept saying the NFL draft, that's the only way he could leave is the NFL draft. Obviously, he'll give it a shot and see what happens. I'm trying to remember, was Jake Fromm drafted? Was he undrafted, or did he go to the 5th round? I think he went in the 5th round. Would Stetson Bennett get drafted? I don't know. There's a lot of short quarterbacks out there. If Stetson Bennett got drafted in the 4th or 5th round, I'd be shell-shocked. And yes, I would pick him up in my Madden franchise, in my Madden fantasy team. I would get Stetson Bennett. That'd be fine. But yeah, I don't know, guys. This whole QB stuff, the QB hokey pokey transfer portal. And can I get an RIP to Oklahoma? Oklahoma has taken one of the worst hits ever. Any Oklahoma fans watching? Any Oklahoma fans out there that the OU fans, OU faithful? How many Oklahoma players has transferred since Lincoln Riley left? 10? How many decommits? 5 or 10 decommits? Lost both your quarterbacks. I don't know. That's tough. Oklahoma is not winning 10, 11, or 12 games next year. You cannot convince me. Oklahoma is going to go 9-3 or 8-4 next year. They are not winning double-digit wins unless they get some soft non-con schedule. But they're not. They're not. They're not. The Big 12 next year. It's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. It's going to be interesting. Texas, still off the face of the planet. I think Oklahoma's still going to take a step back. Took a step back this year. Will Clemson be back? No, they're not coming back for a while. I don't think Georgia will be back. I don't think so. That's why Georgia needs to win the Natty this year. And I've said it before, you know. I wouldn't care if Georgia. I wouldn't care. I would be perfectly fine with it if Georgia would just win the Natty and they had like a 6-6 next year. I'd be okay with that. I would. I'd be perfectly fine with it. I worked with this guy one time back in 2019 when LSU won the Natty, and then the next season they were absolute LSU 2019 LSU is the greatest one and done team ever to walk the face of the earth. And yeah, I mean, they went 5-5 the next year. So LSU still hasn't won. LSU has only won 11 games this year and last year combined. They won 15 that first year. They still haven't even won the amount of games they won that 1 year in the past 2 years. So it's going to take a third season to win as many games as they did in that 1 year. It went 15-0, which is very impressive. But yeah, Georgia. The preview video is coming. I might make it tonight. I got to work the next 2 days. Now these 2 days I was off tonight and last night. Mostly just kind of resting, just doing my own thing. The old lady came over and we were doing some stuff and did some shopping today. So I'll be up tonight. Got to stay up a little bit, but I might make the preview video tonight, and the prediction video will probably come on Saturday. Saturday or Sunday. The prediction. So the game's at 8 o'clock on Monday. Is the Dogs gonna do it? Leave a comment down below if the Dogs gonna do it. Peace.